What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be trying something that we've done before, but going to give it a different spin, and we're going to try the Naya Winota list. And this is something that's kind of been updated and upgraded a little bit to try to fit the new meta, and we're just kind of dipping back into some decks we've already played before to see if they're still viable, because we haven't seen them around in a little bit. In this case, we're trying what we're going to call Naya Winota 3.0. I know, I could have been more creative, but it's what I got. And mostly this is just like another list I've had sitting around that we're just like tinkering with to see how close we can get it. But before we do that, you know I'm gonna ask, if you haven't, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and then let's go take a look at this Naya Winota list and see if it's got any chops left. Alright, so taking a look at this list, we're actually playing an interesting variety of 1-drops. And the reason we're going this route is we're going to see if maybe just being able to hit more 1, 2, 3 things up the ladder actually helps us maximize Winota. Don't know if it's going to, but it's at least worth taking a look at. So we're playing 2 Fairy Guide Mother, 2 Giant Killer, 3 Selfless Savior, 4 Edgewall Innkeeper, and be aware that these are both adventure creatures, so that's going to give us an opportunity to draw some cards maybe on turn 2, turn 3 if we do actually have one of these innkeepers out. Lotus Cobra, because if it works, you know, there are turns where you can go turn 1 one of these creatures, turn 2 Cobra, turn 3 Winota if we get lucky. I mean, it's kind of like the dream hand. A couple of Scavenging Ooze, some Bonecrusher Giants, Lovestruck Beast, Basri's Lieutenant, Winota, and Kenrith. So the humans we have to go search for really are you're really looking for Basri's Lieutenant, the other Winotas, and Kenrith. Though, we do actually have the option of getting something like a Giant Killer, which isn't great, but it does give us some versatility to tap down opponents' blockers. We can get an Innkeeper, and then maybe post-combat play something else and get a couple of cards. So there's a little bit of flexibility here. We're playing 2 Embercleaves and 1 Great Hinge, just to give us some long game here in case things don't go the way we want in the early going. Lands, mostly a big pile of pathways, since they give us all the colors we need. 3 Fabled Passage, and some basics. So nothing too flashy. There is a sideboard for this, feel free to check it out. But for now, we are going into the arena. Well, this hand is not good. This is definitely not what we want. So let's mulligan this. This is a little better. We'll keep. Oh, geez. You know, part of me wants to keep double Innkeeper since we're playing against Yorion. I'm going to hate myself for this, but okay. I think this is what we're going to do. No idea if it's correct. But sometimes you just got to try some things. I feel like we could run Cobra out, and then if they just, like, Apparition, we're not that upset about it. Because then we just shoot the Apparition, get a 2/2, and just do our thing. I mean, there's a good chance. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I mean, if the Cobra lives, this is a pretty good next turn. Nope, there's the Apparition. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a thing. Didn't expect that. Well, that sort of changes things. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just go ahead and Winota this thing up. Why not? I mean, they can trade, give us a 1/1, I suppose. Hopefully, we'll find one of our Basri's Lieutenants so we could turn this Cobra into a 2/2, even if, well, alright. Guess we'll get King Kenny. I mean, if the opponent has the Shatter the Sky, they're still not in bad shape here. Good news is, though, next turn we will be able to play Innkeeper followed by Bone Crusher and get a card. And we'd get at least one off of this Shatter here. Now, if they don't have a Shatter, that would be fantastic for us. But I'm pretty sure they do. Alright, there's a Shatter. Oh, another Winota. That is really good. And I still, man, if anybody from Wizards is watching on the Arena team, please fix that. Like, when there's some of these sweeper effects and stuff, they are so loud. They're so loud. Alright, opponent, what you doing? That Scavenging Ooze isn't bad either, though. Ooh, what land do we want to get, though? I think we go get a forest. Just so if this also goes sideways, we can just play Scavenging Ooze and try that. And you know, there's a chance that if they were to get another removal card, they'll probably want to stop our Innkeeper again. Since we already played one Winota, what are our odds of us having another one, right? Okay. Well, that's a thing. I mean, they could just have Mystical Dispute. That'd be a little bit sad. Though it's probably more likely that they have Omen of the Sun, right? I'm going to convince myself that that story's true. So let's just do this. Ah, dang it. I should have put this on white and left a white open, because, well, it won't matter. Won't matter. Oh, a neutralize. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess I could have went safe and played like a Scavenging Ooze just to see what the opponent does after that, but yeah, because this would have been a much better turn to have Winota. Well, I guess it wouldn't have done anything there, though. Yeah, well, maybe. We would have had an Ooze. Good news here is that they really can't get anything from us with another ECD. So that's not awful. I would say, though, they could pay 3 and just put Yorion in hand and start setting up for next turn. Only thing in the graveyard's an Apparition, so that's not so bad either. And we can remove that. Alright. Interesting, interesting. Am I giving up both of these creatures to Omen of the Sun? I feel like the answer is yes. That's pretty sad, actually. I'm just doing this so that I can get some extra green mana now. We'll clear out some of the stuff that could be problematic. Nothing else here really that we care about, I don't think. Let's go to our graveyard. I mean, I assume there's an Omen of the Sun, but like, okay, well, I guess there's not if they're going to be doing that. Let us gain some life, get a card. Alright, let's see what happens. Another Apparition, sure. Okay. Seems fair. That's actually pretty good for them. Allows them to block a 2-power creature and give us back a 1. which is pretty nice. So is an Embercleave. Man, if Fiona has another Neutralize, this is going to suck. But if they don't, this has potential to be fantastic. Hey, there's the Ominous Sun. I think we might have just won, depending on how they block. Oh, they did the thing. What? Ooh, Auto Tapper was about to tap that green mana. What's wrong with you? Alright. That'll be enough. But we're just going to go in for extra measure. Get 2 more points of damage in there. And that's going to do it. Alright, I think this is a pretty obvious keeper, so we're just going to roll with this. Oh, I was not wanting to see mono red with this hand. That makes it a little bit better, though. Would like another green mana. So on turn 3, worst case scenario, we could play an Innkeeper and a Scavenging Ooze, which would be much appreciated. No blocks. They can have a Cobra, I guess, next turn. Alright, this is okay, I suppose. Let's play this. Play this. And then we won't attack. We'll just save this 1/1 to block here. That seems like the smartest thing to do. Then we at least have a 5/5 that sizes up pretty well against mono red. And should result in a card, because we can pretty much, regardless of what happens, protect the Innkeeper. Unless they have like double shock or something here, some weird scenario and they really want the Innkeeper dead. Which is possible. You never really know what the opponents are up to. Oh, just as I said that, they might actually have double shock. This is pretty funny. Well, hopefully we get a green land. Nope. Alright, they don't have double shock. Interesting. Well, then, here's what's going to happen. If they attack... Okay, I was going to say, if they do, then we were all set. We were ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take the 1 card I can get right now. I mean, Embercleave still has potential to hurt here, but their biggest creature is only a 2 power, so anything with Embercleave we can block here and not be too concerned. And the opponent is down to 3 cards, though they do have access to our Lotus Cobra, which we don't love that. Okay. So, if they Embercleave, do we care? We're at 16. Opponent got 2 Cobras from us. That's kind of funny. Oh boy, we really need a land next turn is what we need more than anything. Alright, I think we're going to block here. And I think we're going to block here. I think that's what I want to do. So let's do that. It's a little extra damage coming through, but I'm thinking about the following turn because the Lovestruck Beast should live through this attack step. Then we can size the Lovestruck Beast in front of a Robber of the Rich or something. The opponent's already been light on lands, so we know they're not going to have a lot of lands to trigger their Hellhound. So I'm not really concerned about that too much. Well, as much as I would like a green land, we will go with this. No attacks. We're at 10 life. That's not the safest spot because a Torbrand does make this a little bit tenuous and kind of scary, if we're being truly honest. Okay, well, there's a chance that, oh, they got another Embercleave from, well, we won't be Embercleaving anyway. So I guess it's kind of good they took things that weren't lands. Unfortunately, a shock or something's going to be really bad for us here. Not a lot we can do. Yep, Rimrock Knight makes sense. Alright. We're only at 5. Man, the opponent is playing so slow for playing a red deck. Sure, that makes sense. Well, we have a better target, I guess. Finally. Is it too late, though, is the question. We're only at 5. We could play this as a 4/5. But then if they have another thing to pump the robber, we just die. So that's not cool. But yeah, I think we have to do this. As much as I'd like to have more cards here, I think this is what we have to do. If we make it through this attack step, then we can at least Scavenging Ooze, get at least 1 point of life back, and see what that leads to. Oh, unfortunately we can't win here. The opponent has access to our other Embercleave. That is unfortunate. I mean, we have to block that way, so if they decide to swap the Embercleaves, we don't die. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's not the worst thing that could have happened, I guess. Oh, they had a Slaying Fire. Well, yeah, we're dead anyway. Okay, we get to go first, but we don't have any green mana. I'm going to toss this one. Ew, this isn't much better. But we are going to keep it. And I'm going to just have to hope to draw a red land, I think is going to be the plan here. Keep, scrap this. No, keep that. Scrap this. We're taking a big gamble here. It's going to be get a Plains, play Selfless Savior, play Innkeeper. Hope to keep the Innkeeper alive and maybe stick a Bonecrusher Giant. I feel like that's the best we can do from here. And it's one of those situations where we say, you know, it's not a great plan, but it's at least a plan. And sometimes just got to go with that. All right. I'd love an untapped red source deck. I mean, getting a card off of this would be huge at this point. Well, it's a way to get a land. I mean, I guess they're debating, like, do you want to try to kill the Innkeeper, make us blow up a Selfless Savior? Not going to do it, though. We're just going to attack here. In the turn. And this the Temur Ramp deck? It looks like it is. Alright, well the good news is these Selfless Saviors might come in very, very key during this fight. We're just going to play a 4/3 so we can get a card here. Hopefully be more land. Excellent. And then we're going to get our attacks in. Now this doesn't feel too bad. I mean, admittedly, they could still go bonkers in 2 turns with a Genesis Ultimatum, but until then, feels okay. Because even here, they could cultivate, get up to 6 lands, and be basically set to go next turn. But this also means we have, what, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we had an Embercleave, it'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we still wouldn't kill. Well, we'd have lethal, I guess, because we have a Bone Crusher in hand the following turn. But we don't have an Embercleave either. Ooh, Migration Path. Okay, effectively the same thing here. Sets them up for an ultimatum next turn. Yep. 2, 4, 6, 7. There you go. Ooh. Not quite enough gas. Not quite. Close. Very, very close. What to do here? Because it's so tempting to want to play a Bone Crusher Giant to get the card. But if we play this, we could guarantee we have another 2/2. This is not an easy choice. I think I'm going to play this on green. Increase the odds that we can play this Great Hinge. Oh, okay. Well, we will definitely keep this. This is a much easier turn than we've had in a while. I feel pretty good about that last game too, because there was a lot of outs there. Like, had we gotten Embercleave, had we gotten Winota, there were just like a bunch of things, you know, that the deck was capable of. I don't quite want to play Lotus Cobra here yet. So I'm going to play this and this. Okay. Well, it turns out they don't have Shock. Didn't know what type of deck they were playing, and I didn't want to just toss that out there because it just has more value later. Okay. Well, knowing what we know, let's do it. What on earth plays red and green, but isn't... I mean, you're going to Bone Crusher one of the humans here, right? Because, I mean, if you didn't play Brushfire Elemental, and you don't have Shock, yeah, you gotta be doing something here. You can't just let this turn pass. There you go. That makes much more sense. I feel less crazy now. Innkeeper, sure. Good news, we can kill an Innkeeper. Actually, we can do a lot of things here if we want to. I guess it doesn't matter if we want to just get 2 mana or not here. So let's just do this. We'll go ahead and, I guess. Though, actually, I could have got 1, got 2. No, it still would have only been 4. That wouldn't have done anything for us. Alright. I was just thinking if we'd have Fabled Passage, but we would have only ended up with an additional mana that would have went to waste. Whereas here, we're now set up that we could potentially play both of these. Or draw a, like, Innkeeper and be able to do some things, potentially. that's cute. Opponent, that's cute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there anything we could do with this extra mana beforehand? Is all I'm thinking about. You know what, though? Yeah, let's do it. Because if they want to block the Cobra, so be it. Yeah, let's do it. We're getting some triggers. Let's hit. Ah, we missed. We hit on that one, though. Cobra. Though, taking the Innkeeper wouldn't have been the worst thing here, being honest. Like, Innkeeper would have been pretty good. Whoa, opponent blocked that way? Wow. Wow. Okay, GG's. Yeah. So yeah, what did we learn? Winota's still good. This deck actually has some play, and we played against some of the big decks and did pretty well, so don't really have any complaints there. This was a very simple wrap-up. Would I change much? Probably not. The Great Hinge didn't come into effect big time, so maybe an extra Embercleave or one more creature of some kind, maybe an extra Kenrith. But, you know, one card is really all we're talking about changing here, so you could just leave the Hinge in there just in case the games go long. No real problems with that. Though it's funny, now that I'm looking myself on camera here, I'm like, you know what, I was thinking if we didn't have this lockdown, I was about to go get my hair cut and then actually like see if the barber would let me record it, so that way I could do a time lapse and y'all could see me lose the hair. But I don't know, y'all seem to really like the hair, so I don't know, maybe it'll stay a little while. I'm still debating it. But anyway, that's beside the point. That's not telling you about the Winota deck. Basically, the deck's good. If you like playing Winota, go for it. It's still viable in a lot of ways, honestly. So don't knock it till you try it, I guess. Is the best thing I can say. Remember, if you haven't, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And remember that if you would like to get this latest updated deck list, you want to come join us over on Twitch, you want to join us in the Discord to talk about decks and other things, or even just buy merchandise and help me out and get yourself a little something, all those details are in the description down below. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.